How to use the pen
This is
tool
lesson 5
as a beginner in
of our
Photoshop.
Photoshop for Beginners Masterclass. In today's video, we are going to learn how to master the pen tool in Photoshop. If you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe to my channel. And if you are old here, thanks so much for clicking this video. Let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is to open my Photoshop. So I'll create a new layer and I want to use A5. So I'll go to File, I'll select New, then I'll come to Print and I'll look for A5. So Photoshop has already saved some preset for us, so I'll select A5. And the orientation, I want it landscape. I'll leave my resolution 300, everything like that. And I click on Create. We have our background here. So let's start with the pen tool. Fundamentally, the pen tool is used to draw a straight line. So from one point to the other point. So let me demonstrate. I have point A and point B here. So I'll have to select my pen tool. And this is my pen tool. But then I want us to use a shortcut to the pen tool. And when you press the letter P, the pen tool will be selected. So always remember the letter P. So I'm pressing P and you will see it will be selected. So P. And the pen tool is selected. So I'm drawing a line from point A to point B. So this is the pen tool. And assuming, okay, you are not seeing your pen tool like this, all right, and it's like this, okay. If it's like this, you will have to press your caps lock. So when you press your caps lock, it changes. So that's how it should look like. So I'll select, so I'll make a point at A, and I'll make another point at B, and we've got our straight line. Okay. Also, the pen tool, aside drawing straight line, the pen tool can be used to draw curved lines. So let me demonstrate that also. So I'll click, okay, so I'll make a point at A. Okay, so let me go back. Alright, so let me start again. Let me delete the first point. Okay, so I'll start at A, I'll make a first point, and B, this time around I want a curve. So this way. So the pen tool can be also used to get a curve or make curved lines. Let's do this. So I'll stand at A and I'll make a point. So point A and point B. Okay, so there's a curve. Alright, and you can see it has a handler. Okay, it has a handler, and this handler controls the curve. Okay, so if you're looking at it well, you can realize it controls the curve. So wherever I send it to, it controls it. So when I pull, when I drag in, you see it controls the curve. Okay, and this handler, okay, you can break it. So assuming I want to break the curve, okay, to this side, okay, I want to do this. After that, I'll take you through one after the other how to do all these things, but I want you to understand, get the fundamentals. So you see this curve that is here, okay, now I've pushed it, okay, I've pushed it here, all right, and that is where I want my second curve to be. So when I click here, okay, you see I've got my second curve and it's influenced by the handler here. Okay, so you see the handler here, okay, I'm bringing it below to this side. Alright, and let me stand at this point and you realize that it goes to that angle. It goes to the angle. Okay, so let me do for the next one another curve. Okay, and this time around, let me bring the curve below. Let me go back and let me bring the curve. Let me do it this way. All right, and after doing this way, I want to click here. This time I'm not clicking here. So look at it very well. I'm clicking here. And you see the difference. You see, it starts from it goes here. Because that was where I placed my handler. My handler was in that direction. So this was why. So now let me take you through how you can use the pen tool very well. Alright, so let me take out my A as well. And let me go back. Let me press P on my keyboard to select my pen tool. So when you want to start with your pen tool, depending on what you want to achieve, but this is what I want to do. I want to bring some flies here so that we try them. Okay, so as a beginner, what I would advise, okay, to master the pen tool, what I would advise, that you can visit Pinterest, or you can just go to Google, make a Google search. You can search for flies, maybe school flies, like any form of flyer, like at all. Okay, so you search these flies, and when it comes up, you look at the flies well, the ones like shape that are in the flies that you think the pen tool can be used to achieve. Okay, then you download those flies and you try. Okay, you try to use the pen tool to mimic those shapes. Even you can even use the pen tool to even draw a circle, to draw a square, to draw any shape at all you want. So any flyer you see online, you can pick it up, and you try using the pen to mimic that particular shape. Okay, and I think by doing so, you'll be able to master. So this is the advice I'll give to you watching. So let me do this demonstration. So before I bring the flyer here and we try, let me do this. Okay. So I want to stand here. So I want to make a curve. Okay, I want to make a curve like this. So it goes this way. Okay, and comes down. All right, so this is how I'll be able to achieve. So I will have to start at one point. Okay, so I can either start at one point like this, okay, or let me delete it, or I'll stand at one point like this. And you see, always remember that the handler, okay, there's the handler, it influenced the curve. So let me demonstrate so that we get it. So I'm starting with the first one without the handler. So I'm just going to make a dot. Okay, so I'm just going to make a starting point. So that's my starting point. All right, and this has no handler. So I'll stand here. All right, and I'll come here. Okay, so this one, it has a handler. All right, and it's going to influence the curve. So what I did to be able to achieve it. So I think we should start now. So what I did to be able to achieve it was that when I came here, okay, I will have to left click. Okay, so I have to left click, and to make a point, you just have to left click. So let me start. So you just have to left click, and you've made a point. All right. So coming back, so I'm coming here. Okay, I want to draw my next curve. So I want to make my curve now. And this time around, I want the handler. And if you want the handler, what you have to do is that you have to press and hold. So you left click and you hold. So right now I've left click, I'm still holding my pointer. Okay, and you can drag up or you can drag down. So no matter however you want it to look like, that is how you do it. So this is the curve now. You get it. So this is how to be able to achieve or to get the handlers. All right, and the handlers, we have this side and we have that side. Okay, so how I'm doing this curve, I want to move forward. Okay, so I want to go in this direction, not backwards, so forward direction. And that is what I'll advise. I mean, there are more advanced forms. Okay, there are more advanced things you can do with a pen tool, but as a beginner, I want to take us through, I mean, one after the other, step by step, okay, so I don't confuse you. So the handler, okay, and I said the handler controls the curve. So this handler, okay, if I come here, this how, you see, this how my next curve will be, and that is not how I want it to look like. So I'll have to delete it and I'll start all over. So you see this, I've deleted it and my handlers are not there. They have to be there. So to be able to, I'll have to come in again and I'll activate it. So I just want to use the word activate. So I'll activate the curve, okay, and I have my handlers there. So I'll have to break this handler, okay, and if I want to break the handler, I'll press on my Alt and I'll left click. Okay, it didn't work. Okay, so I'll repeat it again.